Hello, this is a short video presentation, our last one of the unit, on absolute value inequalities. I want to start by looking at two very simple cases. The first case, absolute value of x is less than 3. I'm going to circle 3, and I'm going to circle negative 3. And then what numbers have an absolute value of less than 3? 2 does, 1 does, 0 does. Absolute value of negative 1 is 1, that's good. Negative 2, that's good. Absolute value of negative 2.999 equals 2.999, definitely less than 3. But if I go a little bit farther, absolute value of negative 3.1 equals 3.1, not less than 3. So all the numbers in between here all those numbers have an absolute value of less than 3. So when the absolute value, well, let me do something else first. Looking at the graph, then we see from what we did yesterday that x is less than 3 and x is greater than negative 3. Negative 4 is less than 3, but it doesn't work in here. So we have to be between the two. So anytime we have an absolute value less than a number, it's an and. And we're going to do an example. Now let's look at this one. Greater than negative 4. So we'll put negative 4 and 4 because those are equal. Absolute value of negative 3, 3, no. Negative 2 is 2, no. 0, 0, no. 3, no. How about the absolute value? Oops. Absolute value of 4.01 is 4.01. Definitely greater than 4. Absolute value of 5. Absolute value of 1,000,000. Any number greater than works. Now we said negative 3 was 3. That didn't work. How about negative 4.1? 4.1, that's greater. Absolute value of negative 5 is 5. That's greater. Negative 7 is 7. That's greater. Everything to the left. Well, thinking back to our graphs from the last couple days, this is an OR. X is greater than 4, or x is less than negative 4. So, when we have an absolute value and we're greater than some number, it's an OR situation. So now let's look at two examples. The absolute value of 2x plus 1 is less than 7. I look at this and I see that we have a less than. That means we have an and. So my two equations are 2x plus 1 must be less than 7 and 2x plus 1 must be greater than negative 7. If 2x plus 1 equals 8, that's not going to work. If 2x plus 1 equals negative 8, that ain't going to work. But if 2x plus 1 equals 4 or negative 4, the absolute value would be 4. We'd be good to go. So minus 1, 2x less than 6, divide by 2, x is less than 3. And minus 1, 2x is greater than negative 8, divide by 2, x is greater than negative 4. So we graph. Okay, that is the absolute worst I've ever seen. So 0, 3, negative 3, negative 4, my bad. And we are greater than negative 4, greater than negative 4, less than 3. It looks like that. Now let's do one more example. This time we're going to use greater than, just like that. So how about 5x minus 3? I don't want to use 3. All right. Absolute value of 5x minus 10 is greater than 30. All right. Last time it was less than. Now it's greater than. And greater than uses an or. If it's greater than, it uses an or. So we have 5x minus 10 is greater than 30, or 5x minus 10 is less than 30. And just for the heck of it, we'll make this equals. So equals equals. Now I solve these two inequalities. Plus 10, and I can do it, same thing here, plus 10, 5x greater than or equal to 40, 5x less than or equal to, that's a, oh, bad mistake, Musket. That's a negative there. That's negative 30. Greater than 30, less than negative 30. 5x is less than negative 20. I divide both sides by 5. And likewise over here, I divide both sides by 5. I get x greater than or equal to 8, or x less than or equal to negative 4. And then I graph. And let's see. All right, 0, negative 4, and 8. X is greater than or equal to 8. We fill in the circle, and we're greater than. Less than or equal to, fill in the circle, and we're less than. So, if we look at this, numbers like 9, if you were to check it, 9 times 5 is 45, minus 10 is 35, definitely bigger. And if I put in negative 5 minus, or negative 5 times 5 is negative 25, minus 10 is negative 35, absolute value is 35, definitely bigger. But if I was to take a number like 7, right next to 8, 7 times 5 is 35, minus 10 is 25. Not going to work. So you can check to make sure you have the right answers, but we do. So remember, if you have an absolute value less than, it's and. An absolute value greater than, it's or. Otherwise, it's just like what we did yesterday and the day before. All right. Have a great day, and we'll see you guys later.